Hey guys, this is Matthias, and as you may or may not know, I haven't been able to play this game for about 2 weeks because of some issues with my computer. I kept getting blue screens all the time, and it still isn't really working. That's why I now have a new one. A lot of people have asked me about the specifics about this new computer, and I will put some links and some information in the description. And I'll talk about some of the important or interesting stuff, at least the things that are related to my YouTube content. The first thing that I want to mention is my monitor. And it now has the most common resolution, I believe, which is 1920 by 1080p. Which means that the aspect ratio is 16 by 9. My old one is 16 by 10, and it caused a lot of irritation, and it made the videos look a little bit weird. Now, I have to admit, getting back to playing after being away for so long is actually quite hard, at least the first hours. Now, another thing that might be interesting about this new monitor is that it's a 144 Hz monitor, and I do not expect to get 144 frames per second, but I will definitely change the FPS limiter. It's now set to 75 because 75 was what I could have with my old monitor. A lot of you guys have also noticed that my sound is different. And that is because I have connected some of my professional gear from my former music career. I used to be a full-time musician for about 10 years. So I connected my mixer table and my live mic, actually, which the gear is not in any way meant for video production or home studio or anything. It's actually live equipment, but since I have it, I might as well use it, and it works well. I also have Windows and the games installed on an SSD, which of course makes loading screens load faster. I was hoping the difference would be bigger, actually. I've also started to upload videos on my single-player channel, where I focus on Far Cry 4 at the moment, and I'd be happy if you wanted to check that channel out as well. And now, since everyone that is following me on this channel do so because of a Planetside, I've decided to keep the content separated. Basically, this is my multiplayer channel, and the kind of single-player games that I have normally been interested in are games such as the Stalker games, the Fallout games, games like Skyrim, and now Far Cry 4. And for single-player games, normally that is the type of games that I am looking for. Now, for the ones of you who were unhappy with the content that I uploaded the last couple of weeks, I do apologize, but the reason why I couldn't upload other than old stuff was, because I just simply couldn't play. Now, a massive issue that a lot of pilots have been struggling with is the frame rate drop you have when you get hit by flak. And since this doesn't seem to be an issue with my new computer, it kind of feels more legit, so to speak, to bring it up. And this is an issue that SOE should have fixed a long time ago, but it's a problem discussing it because it's always met with a lot of hostility from people that believe that it's only something we flame about in order to get flak nerfed. Does flak still cause a lot of frame rate drops and freezes for you guys? Now, some of you have asked if I will play the co-op or the multiplayer game of Far Cry 4, and honestly, I don't know. If I had to answer right now, if I had to say yes or no, I would say no. But things might change, but right now I only play the campaign. The main reason for that is because I really want to have one multiplayer game and one single-player game. However, another bigger issue with Far Cry is that the difference with the aim-down sight sensitivity and the look sensitivity or the hip-fire sensitivity is completely different to what I have in Planetside 2. And in Planetside 2 you can change those things, which is great, but in Far Cry 4 you cannot. And even though I have the same 38 centimeters for a 360 turnaround, that is for hip fire. And the moment I scope in, the sensitivity is far higher than it is here in Planetside. And that sensitivity have actually caused a lot of trouble and frustration, I might add. Even though I just played the single player, it's horrible when I try to shoot an aim in Far Cry, but also now that I'm back in Planetside, I am really struggling due to the fact that I have kind of a tiny bit adjusted to the much higher sensitivity, and I have to readjust again. And for a PC gamer, not being able to have the right mouse settings is one of the worst things you can play with. It's just absolutely horrible. So I'm playing Far Cry for the story. And what you see here is the first couple of minutes that I played infantry on Planetside now, after being away for like almost 2.5 weeks, I think. And I'm sure you can tell by just watching this gameplay that I'm kind of off my game, so to speak. But I'll try to get back into it as soon as I can. So now let me just talk a little bit about the graphic settings. Now that I have a much more high-end graphics card, it's an NVIDIA 970. Some of you guys might wonder if I'm going to play now on higher graphic settings. Now, first of all, the only reason why I play on anything else than low is because of two reasons. And that is that when you're flying ESFs, you need some different graphic settings in order to see the tracers, and also because the range of thermal is affected by graphics quality. Now, the other reason is, of course, because I'm making these YouTube videos, and watching videos in low quality isn't all that much fun. Now, if you're an only infantry player and you are uncertain of what are the best settings, I would say set everything to low regardless of your gear and start from there. I've always played all my games on low until I started making YouTube videos, and so has all the people that I played with in the past as well. Planetside 2 is a little bit different in some regards due to the fact that you have such big distances, and your graphic settings might affect the draw distance one way or another. However, a lot of you guys probably think that the game just looks god-awful once you turn down those graphic settings, and if that affects your experience playing the game, I completely understand. You know, just have whatever you feel comfortable with. And in this video I have most of the things set to high, actually, just for trying it out. And the lighting quality is set to medium here. I'll probably turn that down to low. And effects quality is set to low. And I do not care whatsoever what that looks like. It's going to be on low in all games that I play, and that's just it. At least for multiplayer. I also have particles on medium here, and that is due to the tracers. And I'm not sure that you need that anymore. I'm going to check that out. But again, unless you are interested in air-to-air combat, you should definitely put this on low. Even tank shells and Dalton shots used to be affected by these graphic settings as well. Now, like always, when I've been away from the game a bit, I'm able to farm a lot better or a lot more without taking as much flak or lock-ons or being ganked as much as when I'm playing basically every day. And normally Banshee farming like I've been doing this video is something I can only do on my alts nowadays, with very few exceptions when the servers are not all that populated. So yeah, I really hope that I will be able to continue playing and continue uploading YouTube content without any further problems. And by the time that you're watching this video, the new update is probably out already. As far as I know, the new scopes for the Commissioner and the Underboss is supposed to come live. And aside from that, I actually don't know. There's been a lot of talk about the Banshee nerf, and that is something that is probably going to affect the game quite a bit. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just trying to get the Irexium before it happens. That's why I'm flying around with it here. I mean, I wouldn't do it otherwise. So anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I would say thank you all for watching, and bye for now.
You kicked him.
Yeah, Dario